What is going on, you guys? Hope you're all having an embraceful day. I'm starting off this video a little bit different because I forgot to make an intro for this video. I actually made an intro for the last video thinking I made it for this one. But anyways, this video is going to be a little bit different. I started off the day test fitting the new exhaust that I'm going to be running for the car. I mean, who doesn't like a good test fit? So I'm not able to fully get the exhaust put into the hole. I tried putting it up, but since it's so long and straight, it doesn't allow it right here in the middle to actually like fold up and sit up straight. So this is as far as I can get it. As you guys can tell, I mean, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, it still needs to be pushed out a lot more, but you kind of get the general idea on how it's going to look without that exhaust hole right there. So I ended up putting the exhaust pipes in through the exhaust hole, straight through here, instead of putting it through the back to the front. I just put it from the front to the back, but I'm not able to put it all the way sitting towards the back the way that I want it because of this hanger. But you kind of get the general idea on how it's going to look. It's going to look pretty crazy. I mean, it's not going to stick out that far. Like I said, it's probably going to be up to the bumper. I then started working on some more carbon fiber parts, overlaying them, of course. I did the door sills. So since the last clip, working on the door floorboard sills, you saw me scraping on like the middle inserts of these door sills. As you guys can tell, I'm pretty much already done with it. I'm done with both of them, but there's something different from this one to the other one. In the clip where I was scraping off the old paint with the screwdriver, there were small little slots all the way across, and now there's no slots. So what I ended up doing was I just got some body filler, some fiberglass reinforced filler, and I filled in all those gaps. That way I can have a smooth finish all the way down. So I think that looks a lot better. It was going to be a little bit difficult anyways to try and set the carbon fiber in between each of those cracks and crevice. So I decided to go the easy route and just bundle all those cracks and crevice, and look at it, it looks beautiful. So now I just gotta store this carbon fiber door sill up here along with all the other carbon fiber parts. They're not all carbon fiber, like these canards, and there's some other canards back there, and these canards still need to be worked on, but there's a lot of carbon fiber stuff up here, and this is where it's all gonna be put until we get the car painted. I think I might be putting all this back until then. After the door sills, we gotta do some more carbon fiber work. So I did the center console for the waterfall, underneath the waterfall. Now I think the next carbon fiber piece that I'm gonna be doing is gonna be this middle piece that I hydro dipped carbon fiber supposedly. I didn't really do a great job. That was my first time trying it, but at least I tried. So I'm gonna be doing this piece carbon fiber next. I can either do that one or I can do the glove box, but I think I'm gonna do this piece. That way, once I get that piece done, I can start doing the center console. I think the piece that's gonna be like the hardest is gonna be right here, the cup holders. That one's gonna be a challenge. So I can't seem to get the cigarette lighter out and I think you need to push like these tabs in, this one and the one over here, but I just can't push them in, so I'm just gonna Dremel them out. I don't really think I'll be using the cigarette lighter. I'll probably put like a switch in there or something, I don't know, but we don't need the cigarette lighter. Now we just need to go through the process of sanding it all, and then we can start putting the carbon fiber fabric on there. I'm also working on doing the front cover, the bumper cover pieces for the Rocket Bunny kit. It's turning out pretty good. I'm doing it all by sand. I'm blocking it all. I'm putting a lot of like Bondo and then sanding it all off. It's a lot of sanding that's coming off of the Bondo or the fiberglass filler, kind of like this. See, I'm building it up. Once I build it up, I just sand it all down. Most of it's coming off anyway, so don't think that this whole thing is made out of Bondo. It's not made out of Bondo. It's just there so I can sand it all back down and it's all super smooth. So I'm doing all that behind camera, but don't worry guys, I'm still working on the Rocket Bunny kit. I still got to do these pieces though, but I want to focus on getting this at least like beveled out and looking good. So I had this idea, since I didn't want the resin, when I put the resin onto the carbon fiber fabric, I didn't want the resin to sit inside these seams that are right here, because it would make it a pain in the ass to try and take out all that resin that's in there in order for the waterfall, the pieces that go on the side, to fit into there. So I decided, since I ended up buying clay when I was doing the rear bumper and I was doing the Rocket Bunny fender flare front bumper little molds, I was trying to make a mold out of with clay. Since that didn't end up working, I had clay left over, so I decided just to put clay in here. So the clay is going to be super easy to take off, so the resin is not going to sit all the way in there. It's probably just going to sit on the top. I'll cut it with the Dremel, take out all the clay, take out all the resin that's on there, and it's going to make it a lot easier and a lot faster. So this piece is ready to go, ready to get its carbon fiber fabric put onto there. We're going to put the first layer of resin on there, and then the fabric, and then so on, so on. So I got this piece done with its first coat. I don't really think I did the best job on this one, so I don't know, I might have to redo it. Not sure, we'll find out once it's all done. It's kind of like the corners were kind of picking up right here. That's what I've kind of struggled with doing carbon fiber overlays, is trying to keep the corners down. So hopefully with the more practice I get, the better I get at it. But if any of you guys ever done a carbon fiber overlay and you guys have like a technique that you guys use, make sure you guys put it down in the comments down below. I'd really love to hear your guys' techniques and whatnot. But I mean, for now, it's just drying. We'll see once it gets done. Also, while I wait for that to dry, I put another coat of layer of fiberglass filler onto here, and then we'll get that sanded down again. It's finally dried. It does look a little bit rough, but I mean, nothing a little bit of more resin could help. So I just gotta trim it all up, build up the resin, sand it, build up the resin, sand it, and get it hopefully looking smooth. Doesn't look bad, just looks ugly because of all this excess hanging out, and since I had to leave it right here excess, that's kind of the reason why. So just trim it up, hopefully it looks a lot better, especially here in the circle. It's gonna be a little bit harder to do it right there. I want to share a helpful tip with you guys. If you guys remember, when I got my carbon fiber diffuser made, there was a lot of unevenness, a lot of air pockets and whatnot. Well, the way to solve like stuff like that is basically what I'm doing is these two side pieces, they're not level, so they're kind of like at an angle. If this part is sitting straight, they're at an angle kind of like that. So what I had to do is I had to pick up this side, and I used a paintbrush to kind of level this piece out. As you guys can tell, it's leveled out right there, which is allowing the resin to level flat. As to this side, you see where I'm kind of going through the carbon fiber right there, right along the edge. The reason for that is because all the resin is sliding. Since I was leaving the part like straight, all the resin is sliding down. So it's not allowing the resin to sit on right on the edge. So like I'm saying, all you have to do is level out the part and apply the resin, and then it's gonna create a full coat of resin all over it. Also, I taped it off right here because I'm just doing sections by section, because there's different like whatchamacallit, like patterns. Like right here it dips down, so I had to tape that off, level this top piece off, and do that piece first. Then I'm doing this piece, then I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna do the last one right here, because this whole part right here is just all uneven. So I gotta level it out and apply the resin like that. Just a helpful tip for you guys. If you guys are overlaying parts with carbon fiber, that's kind of what I've learned that has helped me, so maybe it could help you as well. Fast forwarding a couple days, I finally got this piece done. It took me a while because it was a lot of resin that I had to put on there, a lot of sanding and resin. Like I said, I laid this section first, let it dry, sanded that out, smoothed it out, then this one, then this one, and this one. Since there's different shapes and like motions, I couldn't get the resin to sit perfectly unless I evened each side out first. Now that I got this piece finally done, I think this has been the most difficult one that I've ever done, especially the cleanup from the sides right here. That has been the hardest part to do. Let's clean up all this. I'm glad I put the clay in between here, because if I wouldn't have, it would have been a lot harder to take out the resin from here, because since the clay was sitting here, the resin was sitting on top, I was able to easily cut through the resin, and just with the screwdriver I was able to take out the clay. It's just that the clay took a while to take off. But I mean, overall, the finish is freaking beautiful. The finish is badass. Now I just gotta see if these pieces are gonna fit in here. If not, I might have to trim a little bit more in between these edges, but I'm pretty confident that they're gonna fit like a glove. Look at that. I might have to retouch these up because they are a little bit chipped and whatnot, but man, that looks perfect. Now let me check the other side just to make sure. Like a glove. Damn, that's gonna look badass inside the car. The car is coming along with all the carbon fiber bits and pieces. It's gonna look so sick. So I'm pretty much done in this video. We did a lot of carbon fiber work as usual. We'll keep doing carbon fiber work in every single video, at least a little bit. But in the next video, we're gonna be doing something badass to this piece right here. I don't think it's been done before, but we'll give it a try, and you guys tell me if someone has done it before. It's gonna look badass. So thank you guys so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out and embrace yourself.